You guys ready? It's diamond grinding time. I have no idea what to do, guys. I've been really kind of debating it. Even masterfully debating it, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm a little bit stuck on things, man. What would be good to climb? What insects? We have a couple new insects. They're not bad. Kind of feeling Golgari, but also kind of feeling red. Had a tree fall through your roof, my bedroom when I was a kid. Thank God I was at my friend's that night. That's crazy, Koala. What's up, Chris Cass, Hillbilly, Ludovico, Brew Lab? How you doing? Welcome. Finally see the Buster Sword. That actually might make it do it. You talking about Hollow Hark Siege? Whenever a counter's put on a village, draw a card. Yeah, we might do a couple of those. That's actually pretty cool. We also have an insect that makes you lose life. Put 2 Delta Bloodflies in there. Molt Tender. We'll do Haywire Mite. Haywire Mite's a good one. Warden? You think the Warden belongs in this? I think Spinner of Souls for the 3-drop. We can put 2 Wardens in it. And then the rest we can do Destroys or Exile. True, yeah. That is true. So we'll put some Anoint. I think we put some Tear Asunder. I think we put some Cease. Not very expensive. And then we do some Destroy. I'll do Assassin's Trophy. Let's give it a shot. We can take a look at this. Again, the pleasure of whatchamacallit means we literally have nothing to lose. What have we got to lose? Nothing. We have nothing to lose. I think we might want some 1-drop insects. I might do this toxic guy right there. Let's do him. Cease and Desist might not be there. Well, maybe. Let's give it a shot. See how she flies. Welcome, everybody, by the way. I hope you like the econ stream. I gotta change that around. Gotta put the new one in there. Might as well jump into it, guys. Ain't nothing to lose. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Oh, shit. Well, you know, we're not milling too much. We might need to mill a little bit more for this. Maybe need to put Molt Tender on it. I forgot about that. Well, we'll give it a shot anyways. Bloomin' Onion. Boom. One cheeky Antarak or some engines for the reanimate. I'm not sure if we want to do reanimate. I do need to put a little bit more mill in this. We're going to do this. Buggerman, 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 Buggerman. The Black Overlord, whenever you attack. Let's do that. Boom. Buggerman, 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 Buggerman. He's really not happy with this. Boom. Okay. So I think we put down Hollowmark and a Haywire. Swarm Weaver's a commander. I imagine he'd be a pretty fun commander, yeah. Buggerman, Buggerman. Hey, Big Fat Doinks. I just saw that you followed me. I was laughing about that. Big Fat Doinks. We just got a person named Big Fat Doinks and Milk the Utters. Both of those people have joined up, which is, you know, that's great. Love to see it. Abzan, we already picked Sultai. Boom, that'll trigger. We draw an extra land. There's the Swarm Weaver. Boom. Buggerman, 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 Buggerman. Don't forget to like, folks. It's the only thing that keeps my channel alive. Oh, he's gunning for me, man. He's gunning for me. Like ain't nobody ever gunned before. He is gunning. He is gunning like Junnin. You know what Junnin is, right? Don't you guys? Is that a counterspell? Is that a 1-drop counterspell right here? Is that what we got going on? We got a fucking Spell Pierce that works on creatures. Did I see your streak? On a 90-day watch streak. That is impressive. Very, very impressive. Buggerman, 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 Buggerman. Buggerman, 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 Buggerman. Swarm Weaver, we gotta put him down again. Buggy with the 90-day streak. Bro, there ain't been no concerts. That's how I know Buggy ain't been to a concert. The only time he misses is if he's fucking going to see Pearl Jam. He could kill me right here. Genuinely, he could genuinely kill me right here. If he has 3 load ups and a flipper fucking 0 or whatever the fuck it's called, we can exile that, so I'm not too worried. Monstrous Rage. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I told you he could fucking, he could kill me, potentially. Why did he triggered that wrong? Which is kind of funny that he triggered that incorrectly. So we're gonna do this. Let's do that. Take one off to the library. Boom, boom. That goes in the toilet. Okay. Even floor. That's my impression of Pearl Jam. Hope you guys liked it. Even blur. Alright, should I crack one of those open? No, I'm not gonna crack them open. Exile 2 cards. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so let's do let's do this. Let's get rid of those. Target player gains. this. It gains menace. Boom. How are outlaws doing nowadays? Outlaws are doing alright, man. Can't block that one. Boom, 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 bam, bam, boom, boom, bam, bam, boom, boom, bam, bam. Can't block this. Doom, 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 doom. He would have won if he didn't fuck up his Corey draw right there, which is pretty funny. Yep. If he didn't fuck up how the way his Corey went, he'd have won. But hey, sometimes you're ops punts. I cast 10 spells. That's very good. It's efficiency. Outlaws can be okay. They occasionally add a couple. We didn't really get that many in Tarkir, but honestly, Lizard Outlaws already does really good. Like, Lizard Outlaws really doesn't need that much to add to it. Like, it's a solid fucking, it's already in a really good spot. So ooh, man, no good early plays there. And no good mana. Yeah, that's better. If you had wheels, yeah. If my grandmother had wheels. Jay, I owe you an apology. What's up, Trex? What do you owe me an apology for? I think this is the curve here. I think Twitching Doll is probably the odd one out. The game won't let you through the wall. Which wall of fire are you trying to go through, Tempest? Survivor, how you doing? Boom. Okay. Out of ramen, welcome. Deep cavern value. Get rid of you. Gypticus play the elves on the ladder. Apparently I built decks specifically for your MMR and Shuffler. I'm the only one that can pilot them. Yes, I genuinely think that might be the case, man. Like, I if we're going to conspiracy theorist this out, I think that literally might be the case. That you have decks so fine-tuned for the matches you get that there's literally no way of anybody duplicating your results occasionally. Because you'll show me. It's not like you're lying. You'll be like, look at my win rate. Here is my categorical win rate. It's at a 78%. And then I'll be like, sure, give me the deck. And it's like, I can't win out of 10 games. So I don't know what's going on there. But it's very interesting to see. Yeah, it's odd. I did win some games with, I didn't lose miserably. I did win some occasional games with whatchamacallit. But for the most part, I generally just lose when it comes to a lot of those green ones. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy that happens. Didn't get any mana. Droughted. Droughted out of 11 cards here. I'm sorry to hear that, Gypticus, Flipticus, #1 Kipticus. Plat Hell is real. Plat Hell is real. Everyone getting hit with trees and tornadoes and shit. What's going on there, man? But you are definitionally a survivor, so, you know, that's the good news. I'm so much more relaxed. Hey, what's up, Chris M? Will send it to me. Yeah, Lord Gypticus, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Whoa, look, I'm falling way back. It happens, dude. It sucks when it happens, but it absolutely does happen, where you're just... I had to quit that one night, remember, when I was playing, and I literally could not get a game. I had to quit, you know? Sometimes you just have to fucking... You have to get the fuck out of there, you know? it's not gonna let you. It's all R&D. It's all everything is gonna pop you up. You know. Manifold. Boom. Boom. The moment I'll play Brotherhood's End with 3 screaming memes out, I alt F4. Yeah, I feel you, bro. It's not. It can be very hectic. You got to go with a whole new strategy or change up, because once you get fucking tilted, it's impossible to fucking get anywhere. You know. If you get tilted, you're never gonna come in from the cold on it. Even flow. All right. 1-1. We do that. I'm worried about a trample. I mean, if he gets a trample, he gets a trample. It is what it is, you know. Even flow. Hollow Merc. Okay, he's not going to trample out then. I think he's actually doing the wrong thing by not trampling out here. That's going to pump. I'm probably going to exile this next turn. Actually, exiled Manifold Mouse, I think. We do this. Add 1 mana, black, my turn. Land. So we're going to put down Hollow Merc Siege. Well, let's do this first. Let's get rid of you. Whenever you attack, whenever you draw a card, it only triggers each turn. Let's do no attacks. Let's trigger, let's draw. Okay. Not ideal. We still have a solid defense here. Hey, what's up, Vlad the Stoner? How you doing? Welcome. There's a trample. Monastery Swift Spear, that's gonna pump. Boom. We're in bad shape overall. Where we'd need a really big hit here. Or a, oh yeah, I'm so much more chill now I'm out of Plat Hill, you know? He's not gonna run at me. Twitching Doll. Drew another land, which is not a great for a flood situation. No attack. Heartfire Hero. Might of the Meek. Going again. He should be throwing himself at me, but he's scared. He should absolutely be throwing himself at me right now. We're going to block a decent amount. Actually, we'll block that amount. We'll take 2. He's going to pump it. Monstrous Rage. Boom. 9. We draw fucking mana, dude. What is up with that? Oh my goodness. Okay. We have to fucking... So, we'd have to put a whatchamacallit on that. Damn, dude. That's not good, man. That's fucking terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana out of 14, bros. It's not fucking... It's not ideal. We could make a bunch of tokens. It's not really going to matter. Because we want to make a... We want to draw a card, and at the beginning of the end step, we would make that card. Or we could draw a card and gamble on it. I don't think it matters. I think he's got us dead to rights no matter what here. I think if he makes tokens... I bet we'll draw fucking a land, though. That's the shitty part. I don't think it matters. We'll draw Hollow Merc Siege. See, that didn't do anything. Whenever you attack, it's tapped and attacking. Do this. Well, we just drew so bad, dude. We actually held him off for a long time, but my goodness. What a bad fucking, what a bad draw there, man. 15 cards in, and we drew 8 mana out of 15. That's not going to do it, man. That is absolutely not going to do it. Absolutely not going to do it. I think this deck definitely has legs. I think we just drew bad and have played red twice. Which is, you know, what you're going to see in Diamond. But, you know, it is what it is. I think it's actually a very good deck, believe it or not. I think this is solid. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, Ops goes first. My biggest issue, I think we are a little slow, and if we keep, Hey, what's up, Scarlet? Sorry about the spiders. Yeah, we're just keep getting mono red here, guys. I think we even might just scoop to this. I don't think there's any way we win against mono red. It's been, this is the 3rd time I've played mono red. I think each time that I've played it am I remembering correctly? I think we've played mono red 3 times in a row, if my memory serves. I don't think we've played anything else but that. Yeah, we've played Is It, Black, and Mono Red. And so just various incarnations of red. Gain some life. Let's see what he wants to do here. Counterspell? No. So an Is It, a red, and a black. Which is, that's par for the course, I suppose. Let's put down Warden of the Inner Grove. Holding up a removal or some kind of something here. He may play it. He has cashed himself out pretty good here. He's played down the... there's Corey Steele. Burst Lightning me. He's going to hate what happens next, bro. He's going to not like it. Blue, I don't believe that he's going to do anything with blue. I'll take that. We'll put down Restless Cottage. We'll do Terra Sunder on you. We'll do that on you. Boom. We'll put a white spirit token out. Crap on you there. Boom. I know he's not happy about losing that. Yep. That's the whole point. I feel like if you just take away their fucking Corey Steele, they just fold, man. I feel like that's pretty much going to be the case. If you just take away their Corey Steele, they're just going to fucking cash in. As long as we can get that right away, they just fucking give up. People are becoming too reliant on Corey Steele. Other people who are scared of it keep giving it a fucking, they keep hyping it up, man. They keep hitting the aura on that shit, and they're like, yeah, man, Corey Steele's literally unbeatable. You have to, it's got to be banned. We need an emergency ban. We keep getting these bad draws. God damn, bro. Drop a Twitching Doll. That's fine. Only bad Agent Flares. Bro, these guys aren't... These are fucking Fairweather fans, man. You think if Corey Steele wasn't as good as it was, they'd be playing that shit? Fuck no, man. They play it because it wins. They ain't fucking Is It Troopers. He's gonna probably pop it out because he knows what Haymire Might does. Okay. Does that. That's what I tell people. People are like, man, Corey Steele, man. I'm like, so start main decking a Braid. Start putting artifact crackers in everything. They'll run out. They can only put 4 of them in the deck. They'll run out. I guarantee you. Dun 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 dun. You can still win without Corey. That's the thing. That's crazy. You can win the game without Corey. With Is It, you can get in there. You can mix it up. It's not the end of the fucking world. It's bad. It sucks. But you could still get in. That's the 4th opt? 3rd opt. Okay, so we're going to put down that. We're going to put down that. No attacks. End turn. Hey, what's up, Nukes? How you doing? It's not that you can't only play Corey and anti-Corey, but you have to anticipate that you're going to run into it. Like right there. You have to anticipate that you're going to run into it. And you got to be able to crack that shit right away. You got to send that shit to the fucking, to the Phantom Zone. right the fuck away. You know? Swarm Master. Boom. No attacks. Okay, now we're talking. He could have another one in there, but we've built board pretty good. Stock up. It's gonna pump. It's fine. Hey, power's back on. Awesome. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do Swarm Weaver. Let's do this. Brood Spinner. That's pretty good. Boom. Let's go in there. Lose 1 life, pings him. Stock up again. Okay. As Valgavoth. Valgavoth is always referred to as a he, I think. I think that gender becomes less of an issue when you're an abstract moth demon. I think it's probably a less of a concern with him. You know, because, again, of the aforementioned moth demon. Swarm Weaver, Brood Spinner. Alright, we're leaving a bunch of fucking bugs to block. I don't know if that was a good idea or bad idea. Oh, Core Steel again. Look at that. I don't think he can do enough damage here to run in on me, at the very least. I think there's enough blocker. Demons in... So, in Demons in... Demons in... whatchamacallit, in Magic, generally, are males. They're almost always depicted as males, which is... And angels were always depicted as females. But it's an interesting thing. I mean... It's almost irrelevant. Like I said, at that power level, Valgavoth's almost a god. I guess it's... And he's also an insect, which... That largely doesn't matter either, you know. He's going in. I'm going to block that with that. You put it on the wrong guy there. The wrong kid died. Boom, boom. Okay, so we're going to do... Tear Asunder. Boom. Boom. Pop, 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 pop. There used to be no male angels. They've been fucking up the lore lately. Yeah. In New Capenna, they made vaguely male angels, which kind of fucks up the lore. And there were, and everyone always brings up, there was male angels in Amonkhet, but they were actually Avon disguised as angels, and it was a subtle clue there was a subtle clue about that there was something wrong with Amonkhet because that's not supposed to happen in the lore. And it was a subtle clue that Nicol Bolas was actually taking over because there's not really supposed to be male angels. So they were actually Avon disguising themselves as angels, presenting themselves as angels. So there's some interesting stuff going on. I always found it oh my god, dude. If I get another red deck tonight, guys. I always found it fascinating that I always found it fascinating that Phyrexians still had gender, despite some of them being just amorphous lumps of nothing, which is very funny to me. Because, like, they don't have a biology. So, they're like living machines. So it's very funny that they sometimes decide that they are males or females, just based on vibes, which is, you know, funny. I think it's funny, at the very least. Like, you have stuff like, what's his face? What's that guy called? Sulfim Inferno Dominus, and it's referred to as a she, and it's like, well, this is female, and it basically just looks like a heap of molten metal. Like, there's nothing decipherably or coded female. It cannot sexually reproduce. I don't even think it has any genitalia or reproductive organs at all. But Sulfim has said, in whatever way that it can, probably through burning slag, I am female, which is somehow very, very funny and interesting to me, because it's an affectation that the Phyrexians inherited from a previous biological existence, if that makes any sense. No, if you look up a picture of Sulfim, she's literally just a pile of metal. So they were created by a human, and there is some sort of leftover vestigial human humanness to them, or biological urge to them. Like, for example, Elish Norn. Elish Norn wants to be referred to as the mother of machines. She theoretically cannot be a mother. I mean, as a biological imperative, she is a machine. She is a created thing made out of oil and bone, ossificated bone and metal. But her desire to be a mother is still somehow innate in her construction and consciousness. Very, very unique. Very, very unique, whatchamacallit. I'm always fascinated by the Phyrexians. They're very unique to Magic. I'm sad that they're going away. I was hoping that they would go through a independent arc where they weren't monster. If they got their if they got their independence. We have so far played 3 Izzet Cutter decks, 1 red and 1 black. I'm sorry, 4 Izzet Cutter decks and 1 red and 1 black. So we're gonna put down the bloop flies. Boom. Artifact, creature, instant, instant. Bloop. I've beaten all the Cutter decks since the signed on. Yes, this is true. I don't think I'm going to beat this one. I'm going very slowly. And he's getting really good hands here. I don't think I'm going to beat this one. But I sure would like to. I don't think it's possible, though. Boom. Boom. It's literally only cutter decks. It's kind of amazing that that's happened. So, you know. Boom, boom, boom. He's probably going to pump again, yeah. That's the 4th cutter deck. I want to show you something real quick, guys. And I want you to notice how cool I am right now. Yeah, they should have banned Monstrous Rage. In my opinion, it's over. Monstrous Rage needs to go. This is what we played. Cutter, black, black, cutter, cutter, cutter. Cutter, black, mono red, cutter, cutter, cutter. That was tonight's menu. So, you know, there's that. This is flourishing, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but that's what they tell me. This is flourishing. I go first. Okay. We'll do this. Hey, cutter deck. Awesome. Awesome, guys. That's super cool. Oh my goodness. So, wow. I think we might go for an all cutter night. We have so far pulled 5 cutters. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. If only I had a nickel every time that I played a cutter. Yeah, I'd have 5 nickels. I'd have a quadra. I think we got to get rid of Assassin's Trophy, unfortunately. I think that one's not doing us any good. Let's do Swarm Weaver. That's 5. I've played 7 games and 5 of them have been cutter. That's genuinely fucking impressive at how bad that is. He's gonna Bolt Wave naturally. Why wouldn't you? It's genuinely surprising. We're gonna throw everything we can at it, man. We're gonna regen pretty quickly here, so we gotta do it again. Boom. Whenever a counter is put on, boom. We're gonna hold steady. Hey, what's up, True Yellow Dart? I don't know what's going on with this guy either. He might be pissed off about something. And I have enough things to kill. And I beat some. It's not like I lose to all of them. I've actually beaten 2 of them and lost to 2 of them. So we're at a 50-50 against Cutter. But the thing is, we only play Cutter. That's the problem here. That's kind of the underlying issue. Mother came to swat him because he's playing a Cutter deck. I think he's just pissed. Land. Wastewood Verge. Surveil. Cease and Desist. I actually want both of those cards. Legendary, we keep that legendary, pop that out. Okay. I think he's salty too. I think he's salty. I think these guys think Cutter is invincible, man. I really do think that these guys think that Cutter is literally fucking invincible. That it can't be beat. And are shocked when it is. We might have that issue. There we go. He either disconnected or was salty as shit. I don't know. Well, that's 3 Cutters down. We're actually fucking up against Cutter, which is, you know, that's good. It gets these long ass games out here. We do build board pretty quickly. Yeah, and you know when these turkeys pop up, you know I like to go ham on these turkeys. You know I like that. I like to go ham on these turkeys. I'll keep that. Boom. Okay. Swamp. Twitching Doll. Could get removed right away. They don't see that too often, but their instinct is to immediately play Cut Down. Yeah, see? Let's try Brood Spinner. He's got an instant for removal as well. He's gonna, yeah, there you go. Swarm Weaver. We want Swarm Weaver. We don't need that. Unholy Annex. Let's put down the Weave. Boom. I think that if we play a instant and Warden, I think we're good to go here. If we get a land, I can actually Assassin's Trophy out that card. Archfiend. He's going to draw off that. So we're going to do this. We're going to do that. Boof, boof. There we go. Archfiend of the Dross. Don't play removal on it. It's going to be a bad decision. He wants to play removal on that. I bet he only has go for the throat, and it won't work on artifacts. Don't do that, bro. Come on. Come on, man. You gotta be better than that. Cosmic. Cosmic, you change your name to green off of pink. I'm surprised. It was pink for the longest. That's why I don't think I even noticed you. There's the Archfiend. So resolve, exile. Okay, so he's only getting that. To non-creature, non-land, it's only going to be that one. Bugger man, bugger man, bugger man, bugger man. We're going to block that with that. Boom. That touch. Boom. Let's put this down. He's got something there. He's got something in his hand. He's got something in it. It's not something in his hand. Bet he's got go for the throats, and I have a lot of artifacts. He could play it on Warden just to punish me. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured, because he was not killing anything, and all this shit is artifacts. This isn't worth it. That's an artifact, and that's an artifact. Harvester of Misery, -2 until the end of turn. I got something for your ass, though. You want to learn about misery? I'll teach you about misery. I'll teach you to think about pain. There we go. Nice. It's been weird. It's been so weird to go against someone and playing the best deck of the meta, and they just start to be toxic against Jank. Here's the thing about meta players, man. They expect to win. I expect to lose. I'm happy if I win. Yeah. Do. Cutters get shredded. Yeah, I might cut a ironically. I might cut a video out of that, a short out of that for funsies. 66%, guys. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yikes. Yikes. My instincts are telling me no. Even the Spinner of Souls into... We don't have any 1-drops to benefit off of it. We're going to mull that. That's better. It's not great, but it's better. Let's do this. Boom. Removal. No, he didn't hit it. Okay. Twitching Doll into Spinner of Souls, I think, is fine. Soul Search, reveal their hand. You choose a non-land. The mana value is 1 or less. Spirit Token. So let's put down this. Boom, we get to scry. We don't need either of those because we need card draw. We need mana. Bango. He's going to crack that open. Odd choice. I don't necessarily need that too terribly. Assassin's Trophy. We go in. Pop. Unclear as to what he's doing. I have a destroy right here. Clavileño best of one deck. I haven't done. I have one in my. I have the paper version, Steven Rivera, of the Clavileño deck. I don't have the actual. Whatchamacallit. I really should do it. Next, he's got something in his hand. That's the hold up trigger right there. There's Annoying with Affliction. Boom. Boom. Do this. He's probably got a wipe. Probably some sort of wipe. This looks like an exile deck. Yeah. Luckily I have a lot of cool things for cool people. This. He's got lots of exile. He's going to play another one on me here. Boom, boom. I do have exile, oddly enough. I have Anoint with Affliction, which can get him. And I also have Tear Asunder, which can get him. Lose a life. Boom. Boom. I'm really scared of the Shelter, though. The Shelter's going to suck. Well, I can get rid of Shelter. Draws. Loses a life. Boom. Watch, I think he'll quit right here if I do this. There we go. He's probably going to run a sweeper. Sunfall or some sort of sweeper. Affliction. Temporary lockdown. Very cool. So let's put that down. Maybe we pop it open at the end of my turn. Kentra Rose, the New Dawn. Menace, lifelink, indestructible. Alright, we could draw the exile here. Here's Swarm Weaver. Let's do no attacks. Could run a Destroy. Legion to Ashes on that. Very nice. He's going to swing in. No blocks. Boom. Probably going to run a Boomer after this one. No. Swarm Weaver again. I'm going to go in. Rides End. Very nice. Rides End again. Hollow Merc Siege. counter. I think we need card draw. Unfortunately, whenever a counter is put on a... So we don't have anything that's getting counters right now. Maybe we go for the pump. Okay, let's see what he gets. Let's see what he gets. Kenshiro-Ro's artwork is very cool, yeah. Sacrifice. That. Decline. Okay, we do this. Boom. He does that. Alright. Non-artifact creature. What's he got for me here? The end. Gets all of them out of the game. It's a problem. He's going to go up by 7 here. Boom. Well, we either have to draw a removal or that's it. That's not a removal. It helps, but... Okay, does that. He does that. We'll do the move he never expects. Take action, search for a basic land. We'll search for that. Boom. Okay. Down to that, down to 5. Tear asunder. Ooh, look at that. Whenever a creature, one or more cards are put into exile for graveyard and the battlefield during your turn. So we're going to do this. During your turn, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Okay. Alright. This is going to be interesting. Oh no, it didn't work. It didn't go into the graveyard. Damn. It's a token. It won't go into the graveyard. Yeah, it won't exile. Damn it. I needed to use it on my own creature. Damn, I fucked that up. I was thinking differently. Yeah, I fucked that up. I could have targeted my own creature, I think, and it would have triggered it for 1. The upkick trigger would have triggered it. I mean, whatchamacallit. Very close. I like that we fought him to a standstill. I just didn't get that good of draws on there. Good game, though. I like that. Yes, I do dual stream. Oh, well, that's that. That's that, ladies and gentlemen, I suppose. He can't go in with it. Or could he? Let's go in with Swarm Weaver, like, right away. Boom. Boom. Let's just flood him. Bum, 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 bum. Boom. 3 damage. Okay, so let's put down... Let's put down more swarms. Boom. Let's ping him for 2. Why not? Boof, boof. Boof, boof, boof. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's possible. I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. You know, it's possible to make mistakes every now and again. It does happen. It's been known to happen. I know I can get that open eventually. I know I can. Black mana. Oof. Spinner of Souls. Let's do this. What have you done? Actually, we're gonna hold off. We're gonna go for 2 on that. Boom, boom. Do I use Restream to dual? No, I use. I should use Restream. I use Streamlabs Lobs, which is honestly not that good. No, it's not. I should just use Restream. It's reliable. That's part of the reason I like it. It's extremely reliable. Is this Alchemy? I'm seeing a lot of cards I don't normally play. No, this is just Jay. This is Jake-me. This is me not wanting to play any fucking card that anyone plays ever. My insistence on it. My outright, dogged insistence that we play cards that nobody plays ever in all time. It's super important to me. It's super, super important to me that that happened. He's gonna go in and not pay attention. May see if he's got a pump here. Could have a pump. No attacks. End turn. Sheltered by ghosts. We're gonna trophy you out. You don't need to be doing all that, bro. You got a protection on it? Got the proc on it, you're good to go. You rock that proc. I'm still gonna crack it open when I get the chance. He's got an instant, he's got something. He's got something. What he's got, I don't know. There he goes. Indestructible. Very nice. Hobo was worth it. Who's he gonna grab? He's gonna grab Spinner of Souls. Very nice. Boom, boom, boom. Maribel, he's playing some stuff that nobody ever plays. Dun 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 dun. Transform. Autobots, transform, and roll out. Let's do this. And 1 mana. My turn. Restless Cottage. Target player draws a card. Hallmark Siege. There we go. Put you down. Whatever counter is put on a thing. Let's do no attack. And turn. Boom. We're going to draw a card. It's Billy a Skull Dweller. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Going in? He is going in. Choose blockers. We're going to choose that to block. Boros Charm. Add 1 red, 3 mana. Boom. I draw a card. Prowess, prowess. Boom. Double strike. Draw. Haywire Might. Draw. Wow, we really got nothing there, huh? So let's put down Billy a Skull Dweller. For 1/1 counter. Delta Bloodflies, we put down that. Create a 2/2 white spirit token. We put down Haywire Might. 2/2 white spirit token. Okay, so we wait. No attacks. Beginning, put counters. Boom. Okay, interesting. What's happening here? Interesting, interesting. Interesting, interesting. We're going to these long games right here. I like it. Equip 2. Very nice. It's going in. He really wants Craig Flame to work. We're going to do that. We're going to crack Craig Flame open like a main lobster. Reveal. Boom. Pop. Take action. Boom. It's another Haywire Might. Boom. It's another Verge. So we're going to do this. Put a flyer down. We're going to pump the shit out of this flyer. Create a 1/1 spirit token. And this one, we're going to put 3 1/1 counters, and that's going to draw us a land right there. We're going to put down you. Oof. We're going to do this. We're going to say, put a 1/1 spirit token. We're going to put 3 1/1 counters on you. Okay. And then we're going to say nothing. No attacks. A lot of mana here. Pump, pump. A lot of mana here. A lot of interesting plays to be done. Okay, we'll wait. He's got nothing. Hollowmurk Siege. Okay, now we're talking. Second Hollowmurk, we do this. We say, whenever you attack, put a thingy on the thingy. We'll turn that into a thingy. And we'll go in with this. Target attacking creature. Has menace. That's going to get menace. You eat that up. Spinner souls. Draw a card. Boom. Pop. Dun 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 dun. Can't hit me for that much in the air. Red thingy moving towards the green thingy. Yeah, we got the red thingy moving towards the green thingy. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna take out your flyer. That's a 2-for-1 right there. No? Next. Dust Animus, we gotta take out that. We draw a card, take action, reveal. It's the fucking Swarm Weaver. Oh, it's the fucking Swarm Weaver. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Alright, he really wants to take out something here. So we have a Spinner of Souls and a Swarm Weaver. Shit's about to get fucking real. Shit's about to get fucking real. Yeah, this is a cool game of Magic. This is, in fact, a cool game of Magic. So he's going to do that. He's going to Sage of the Skies me again. This guy's not fucking paying attention at all, man. He gets to draw a card off of it if I crack it, but I don't really care. I'd rather crack it. I get another creature on top of that. Yep, there we go. There we go. Frustrating. 66, guys. 66 in Diamond. We're slow climbing, but we're climbing. We got these long ass games, but we're getting it in to fit it in, man. I'll tell you what. A little bit of a splash of anti-meta, a little bit of everything here. I think we're doing good, man. We're playing some real fun Magic tonight, guys. I like this Magic. We are really feeling it tonight, guys. I like this one. I've always liked Bugs. Golgari Bugs is solid, and we have some great new tech. I mean, Hollow Merc Siege is fantastic in Bugs. It is really good, alongside new bugs like Delta Bloodflies and Warden of the Grove just popping off there, man. It's solid. I like it, guys. I can't say I'm upset with this. Even the games I lost, man. Close ones, little mistakes here and there, but fun, fun, fun. Hell of the games tonight. I'm enjoying Magic. I hope you are too. We're going to leave that deck right there. No, it's not over, guys. We're just leaving that deck right there. We're going to do a little bit more crafting because we still have some time left. That was a great game, man. We had some fun tonight, guys. I actually was having I was locked in. I wasn't even interacting with chat that much. I was locked the fuck in on those games, man. That's a lot of fun. Man, that's good. All right, hold on 1 second. Whew, okay. All right, let's think about the sideboard a little bit. By the way, big shout out to Trex for reminding me. I would have totally forgot about Hollow Merc. I'll be honest with you. I would have completely forgot about that shit. I would have completely forgot. If he recommended Warden and Hollow Merc, and that was both very good. Both very good additions. Definitely Hollow Merc. Warden is good, but Hollow Merc for sure, bro. For sure, Hollow Merc works really well with this because you have a constant flow of cards right here. Between Spinner of Souls, sacrificing, and then using a Twitching Doll, you tap, you can draw almost a card every turn. You draw an extra card. And yeah, it's a lot of good synergy off that. A lot of good synergy. So I'm not mad about it. Don't forget to check the desk list for standard in your Discord. It's promised right army alley. May not versus the cutters though. I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's see what you're talking about. Let's see what you're talking about here. He talked about how he wanted to show me something. He wants to show me something. I'll take it. Sheltered by Ghosts. Gaunty. This is all over the fucking place. Is this you? The one you just put in deck standard? All right, let me import it real quick. I think we might do a red tomorrow. I'm feeling a little red spicy after something like this. Good lord, Mardu all over the place. This is what? This is Mardu Exile? Mardu Thieving? This is wild, dude. This is all over the fucking map. Chris M. What's the idea here, my guy? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What's the plan here? Mardu all over the place. Inevitable defeat. Exile target. That might be good in a Kentrim Rose deck. Honestly. It's 4 for removal, though, man. God damn, it's the price of a Sheoldred. Bum 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 bum. It's Pia, but exiling your opponent's deck. Ah, okay. So we want Pia, and the whole point is to exile everything. Wow. This is a little bit outside of my wheelhouse, but I kind of like what you're doing. I kind of like what you're doing here. It's just crazy enough to work. It's basically a standard heist deck. It's essentially what it is. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is this fucking thing that Trex gave me that never worked. Trex, I have to tell you, I'm so fascinated by the fact that you're in a distinct queue that only works for that only things you build work in it. It's like only one person can wield the Master Sword. It doesn't work for anybody else. It's you're in your own special algorithm where only Trex. It's like orc technology. It works for him because he believes it's gonna work. For the rest of us, it doesn't work. We can't even fire it. You know, you pick up an orc gun, it won't work. You need that orc magic. You need to go, yeah, this is gonna work. This piece of shit works great, and then it just does, and you just win the game. For everyone else that fucking picks it up, it's a disaster. I like that idea. It's great. What were we talking about? I lost my Goblin Dragons. All right, Goblin Dragon. Do 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 do. Boo doo doo doo. Boo doo 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 boo. Tequila. Boom 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 boom. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 down. Goblin. Let's talk about dragon. What would be good? What's a new dragon that's good? I've wanted to use this card for so long. And it just never works, man. It just never. Dragon Master Outcast. I've wanted to use that forever, bro. Because it seems like it'd be really easy to ramp into that. You could get that out turn 4, you know, and then be making dragons. But man, everyone kills it on sight too. That's the other issue. Sarkin. What would be good for some dragon finale? If we're doing straight mono red Gobbo Drags, Dracoseth is just not worth it. He has to attack to make him worth it. That's the issue with him, man. Storm him in. Storming him in can be bait though. Yeah, I mean, how bad do we need bait that that we have to resort to that, you know? Okay, so here's the idea with Goblin Dragons, by the way. I did this one previously, but we're obviously in a better situation right now. The idea is that if we use the Goblin Ramp combos, we can actually get Gobbos out really fast. We can actually have a lot of mana. Like if you do Hobble Squad and you do Start Your Engines, you do Brastronaut early on, and you do Hobble Squad, eventually you can get Hobble Squad. You add 1 red for each Goblin you control. You have a wide board. You figure you're going on... fucking 5, 6, 7, 8 mana or something like that, and then you can start really going nuts. So that's kind of the idea there. I've done this before, but I'd like to enhance the previous. One as opposed to just doing a straight ahead Goblin deck, man. It's the last Goblin. I did one in March, so I did a little over 2 months ago. How did it do? Did this perform well? Yeah, people liked it. So Dragon Rush. There's also Dragon Goblin Synergy, believe it or not. You know, there's Dragon Lord Servant, Dragon Fodder, and Dragonotics Engineer. There's a lot of this shit too. We put 2 of those in, and then we do Dragon. I think that probably out of the new ones, who do we want out of the new ones? Do we want to try to storm? Is it worth it to storm? Is it worth it to storm? That's the question. We put Sarkin in there for funsies? I don't know. That's the question. Is there good ones? I think Stormscale. I think we throw in Stormscale for the memes. Maybe 3 of them. Magnetic is not terrible. I've been using Magnetic a lot. I think probably we go with some of the stock standard ones, unfortunately. They're just too good to just not use, you know? Goblin. Boom. Tarkir goblins. Duelist. Whenever you cast your second spell, deals 1 damage. I think that definitely Stadium Headliner gets in there. Damage. Molten Exhale. I think maybe 1 less Draconautics. Kind of. Anybody have any ideas? I'm kind of theory crafting this. I'm throwing it out to you guys, too. Do you like Graveyard Shenanigans? I have one more deck I'm slightly more proud of than this. You could, of course, you could send me whatever. I'll take a look at anything. I can't guarantee I'll play anything that you send me, but I certainly will take a look at it. Damage. Molten Exhale. Target creature, Planeswalker. Cast it as flash if we behold the dragon. That's not very good. Okay. Damage, dragon. Oh yeah, Twin Flame's a good one. If we do Tarkir and we do Twin Flame, that's not a bad one. Twin Flame goes well with this. We do 3 and 3. Okay. Let's see if this piece of garbage works. Let's see. Let's take it into unranked, just to give it a shot, huh? Just to theory test it, and then maybe we'll go in for some spicy meatballs. Standard. We'll try it. Yeah, there is. A 2/2 dragon? You mean a 2/2 goblin? That does. Start with Stadium Arcadium. Let's do that. Let's do... I think we gotta bolt the bird. I mean, we literally have to bolt the bird, like, literally. Draconautics. Boom. Boom, boom. Okay, I think we do Draconautics. I think we go in. Yeah, let's add Cutter. Good one. Good one, MTJ. MTJ Hillbilly's got jokes. A mobile homestead. Interesting. Green. Kind of bullying green right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I made them myself. I coded them into the game. Ooh, that's a cool one. That's a Moray right there. Okay. Exhaust. Bum, 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 bum. Trumpeting Carnosaur, 3 damage. Doof. Okay. Okay. Impending. We're gonna go in. What's up, Emmett? How you doing? Down to 3. Would have been nice to have a bolt wave right there. I was thinking of Fire Spitter, but it just pings when you play dragons or non-creatures, yeah. There's the Smuggler's Surprise. Well, that's not going to help. Discover 5. Not going to fucking help. That's not going to fucking help. This guy's dead. Boof. Okay, yeah, he's dead. Do-do-do-do. Boo. Tequila. That wasn't a really good example. We'll run one more time, then we'll do the shakedown breakdown. We'll do a shaky breaky heart. Oof, we're slow on this one, guys. That's the bad news. That's the bad news. Shelter? Nobody plays her anymore. We used to have a Azorius enchantment meta for a little while, and I think that people got tired of it. Yeah, this is like an old ass deck, right? This is like Duskmourn standard. That's interesting. Twin Flame Tail, yeah, we bricked. Absolutely bricked. We pulled all the fucking heavy boys. We only have fucking 6 heavy boys in the deck, or 8 heavy boys. We pulled them all in the fucking first fucking 10 cards. God damn, dude. So much cheap shit, so much good ramp in there, and we just pulled all the heavy guys. That's actually really good. Ooh, looks like it's going to be a gunfight here, boys. Just copy this and I'm running it alongside you. Oh, very cool, Emmett. Tell me how you do. Hot flying garbage. Hot flying gobos, maybe. That's a good one, True Yellow Dart. True Yellow Dart, it's very funny to see you leave a comment on an old-ass video, gradually getting later and later in my discography, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's very funny to see that, so I appreciate that. By the way, True Yellow Dart, I see you gradually working back through the catalog. Shelt, yeah. Naturally. Brutal. Stadium Arcadium. He's probably got a pump, but I can throw everything I have in front of him. He's probably just got a fucking monster pump right there, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah. Oh yeah, he just sack and destroy. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, Arabelle with the Shelt is not easy. Probably a double Shelt. No, Enduring Innocence. I'm max speed. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. On Bagal. I think he's gonna kill us just on Bagal. On Bagal. Do. Let's do that. Okay. Well, actually not dead yet. I mean, he's got 80 bajillion life, but... well, theoretically, I mean, Howl Squad Heavy is ramp, but we're just... He just came at me fucking immediate. I mean, he Arabelled into a shelter. It's fucking terrible. It's fucking... It's that fucking second shelter there, so... You know, there's not much I can do. I don't have fucking enchantment removal or anything like that, you know? Yeah. Vav. My turn. Yeah, there's just really nothing I can do here. Alright, well, bad showing right now. I have no way of getting rid of that. Arabella into a shelter, into an Arabella into a shelter. It's just... I have no real way of getting rid of that. Might not be great. All right, let's do the shakedown breakdown. Let's shake it and break it. Enough of this. Enough of this nonsense. Enough of this craziness. By the way, if you haven't seen the economy video, let me link that for you. There you go. Added a couple of gobs. How'd you change yours, Emmett? Let me do this. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let me pull this. We haven't done the sideboard. Added a couple devoted duelist goblins that did cheap burn spells. We may need more cheap burn in there. We may need more direct removal. It's an idea. I said we theory crafted. No shame in just taking a look at it. But let's take a look at Swarm Siege. Okay. I think the obvious is that Bilious Skull Dweller in there. Long Goodbye. No. Nowhere. Do nowhere to run. More Exile, perhaps. Mill. Oh yeah, I remember Mill. I think probably that that little silly bug Molt Tender is not a bad idea. Treasure's Insight is not the worst thing in the world. We did okay without it. It's just, you know, options. Bale Merc I think is dupe. I don't think we want Bale Merc. I don't think we want that. I feel like it's we're going out of our wheelhouse and everyone uses it. Thank you for following 8 in the morning. What's up, Dracula Motok? Every time you switch positions, your avatar, I always get scared your real appearance is going to show up like that means it was actually showing themselves. It's impossible for me to accidentally show myself because it's running through a VTuber program. It's only picking up a skeleton frame of me. So the worst that would happen, it would just show the skeleton frame, like the animated frame. It wouldn't ever show me. It's not running through a visual program. I'm not using the face camera tracking. It's just building a framework off of me and going onto that. I don't think we really have that problem anymore. Plus, there's no input for it, so. Yeah, there used to be a way that that could happen. I think it's impossible for it to happen now. Bum bum. I'm just an armored skeleton. Skellington. Molt Tender. Okay. Fungus. Fire. Not the worst thing. Okay. Well, that's what we'll do from there. Yo, boy Crypt. Welcome for subscribing with Prime. Yo, boy Crypt. Welcome to the show. Do. Doom. Subscribed with Prime. Dracula Mohawk. That reminds me of Dracula Mihawk. That's what that name reminds me of. Dracula Mihawk being the name that I hear. Because I think he's awesome. I think Dracula Mihawk is fucking legit. Okay, let's get down to it. Just setting up here. All right. All right. Here we go. 69 viewers right now. Awesome. Do 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 do. Okay. Trevor's Insight, one of my favorite early plays abs in. Okay, shakedown breakdown time, guys. Let's quit screwing around and do it. All right. Last double check here. Music's off. How's the sound? How's the picture, guys? Everything sound good, look good, all that stuff? Mm-hmm. Bum, bum, bum. Voice up a bit. Voice up a bit. Let me double check. Okay, so that might be an issue. Let me double check my system volume. You know, when I use Zoom for my work, it lowers my voice. It lowers my voice, my mic volume. Okay, how about that? How are we doing now? A little bit closer to the mic, a little bit more clear. Very nice. I left a like even though I watch a stream. Thank you so much, Zaverits, the favorites, the number one favorites. Okay, let's do this. All right. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because we're going back to a kind of really good deck that nobody plays. Swarm Siege. We're going to be upgrading the bugs, man. We got a lot of great bug spider tech, insect spider tech, counters, card draw. And again, really kind of playing the anti-meta on this one. Really cool new stuff to add into this Golgari deck. A lot of creepy crawly things. A lot of ways to just get people frustrated. And my goodness, do we play a lot of cutter decks? And we beat them. So if you're having trouble with cutter decks, this is kind of the one for you. Because we have a lot of anti-cutter tech here. And we get some salt. Ooh, we get some cutter salt down this one. So stick around if you want to watch that. Before we do that, though, I need you to do something for me. Which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously attack you and maul you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us in our stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainej for our live stream. Goodness, we would love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Both of those places where you can see us live and in person. Hit that notification. You'll be notified if we put anything up, we go live, anything like that. Hit that bell, become part of Notification Squad. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information, post your decks, post memes, ask questions. It's all right there in Discord. We'd love for you to see it. Join us there. And, of course, this deck and all the other builds I make are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, Golgari Swarm, go right down there to AetherHub. So what are we talking about? Well, Golgari Siege. We are going to be relying heavily on insects. One of the main ones that I want to talk to you about. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Haywire Might? Ooh, man, I'll tell you what. Cutter decks hate this one trick, man. They hate this thing, man. One drop, 1/1. When it dies, it gains 2 life. Fantastic. So it punishes your opponents for killing it. And of course, you have the 1 green, sacrifice this creature, exile target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. You know what happens when they don't pay attention and you kill their cutter as soon as it goes down? They get mad. They get so salty sometimes they just let the game run out, like I had a guy do earlier. And it counts as an insect. Artifact creature, it's immune to go for the throat. Very, very useful early play. Kind of that secret tech that nobody is kind of running anymore. And if you're having trouble with those kind of decks, those artifact and enchantment decks, this is the type of thing you need to be ready with. I throw in one Bilious Skulldweller in here because I couldn't really decide whether he belongs, so we ran the classic 61 special. You could do more of him. He's a great early cutter again. He's a great early blocker against aggro because of his 1/1 Death Touch and a Toxic. So he will absolutely help aggro decks. He puts people in a dangerous position. He's also Phyrexian Insect. And he puts Toxic, which also scares people a lot too. So I threw one of them in there just for good luck. He's just having a good time hanging out in a skull. All right, so now removal. Let's talk about that before we move on. We already had Haywire for a little bit of artifact and enchantment cracking, right? I'm going to go with Anoint with Affliction here to exile things that are really getting in my way. Creature if it's mana 3 or less, if they get corrupted, which theoretically they could with Bilious Skulldweller. This is really for your anti-aggro. This is for your mice that explode or other things that can't be killed, Kentra Rose or something like that. Anoint with Affliction will help out a lot with that. I'm also going to be running a lot of Tear Asunders. That's going to be super, super useful for me. Again, 1 green and 1, destroy, exile target artifact or enchantment. If the spell was kicked, exile target non-land permanent. So for 4, you add the black and the black and colorless. For 4, you can exile anything. But as instant speed, you exile an artifact. As soon as they try to play any artifact, get it out of there. Get it out of there. And people will scoop. If their whole system of winning is relying on them getting an artifact out, that is going to be the way we're going to stop them with the Tear Asunder. I'm also going to go in with the Assassin's Trophy, which I rather like. It does give them a little bit of ramp, but it destroys target permanent an opponent controls. You can actually destroy lands with this, believe it or not. Any permanent. They search their library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So that's going to be my removal strike package for this one. A little bit. We're focusing on getting problematic cards out of the way, problematic permanents, and not necessarily just with one specific creature. We have other ways of dealing with that. So let's talk about some of the other things we have here. One of the new ones is the Delta Bloodflies. I think this is a solid, like, I can't imagine this isn't really good in Pauper. A 1/2 uncommon with flying, and whenever this creature attacks, if you control a creature with a counter on it, which we're probably going to, each opponent loses 1 life. So a flying creature that forces life loss for 2 at common from Tarkir, it's not a bad card, man. Like, realistically, that's pretty decent. The other one that I'm going to run, and you're saying, how do we get counters, Jay, is this Twitching Doll, which is a little cat doll made out of spiders. Horrible to think about. Let's not think about it anymore. 1 green and 1. It is a mana rock, spider toy. At the beginning of your, add 1 mana of any color, and then you put a nest counter on the creature, okay? So you actually could, by using Twitching Doll to play Delta Bloodflies, you have a nest counter. And then you can do that right there, and it has a nest counter, and then you'll lose 1 life. You'll force them to lose life if you attack on that. You can also make it explode into a swarm of spiders. You sacrifice it, create a 2/2 green spider creature token with reach for each counter on this creature. Activate only as a sorcery. Horrible. It's sad. It's really gross that it bursts into a bunch of spiders, but the more mana that you build with it, the bigger the spider explosion eventually happens. Horrible phrase right there. I don't like spiders, but these goofy eye spiders don't bother me that much. Either way, Twitching Doll is solid. We're also going to be going with Brood Spinner. Now, this guy looks goofy, okay? I'm not even scared of this. This guy looks goofy as hell with his googly eyes on there. 1 green and 1 black, Golgari, 2/3 reach. Great card with reach. 2/3 with reach for 2 is not bad. Just on its own. You surveil 2 so you can put stuff in the graveyard, get the cards you need. You can also sacrifice him to explode into even more insects. You have this that explodes into insect flyers, horrible wasps. You play 1 green, 1 black, and 4. Sacrifice this creature. Create a number of 1/1 black, green insect creature tokens flying to the number of card types in your graveyard, which could be up to 6, I believe, maybe even higher. Very, very cool stuff right there. Great little card to help scry, or surveil rather, and build up blockers and go on from there. Now, here is some of the new tech. We had Delta Bloodflies, but now we have Hollow Merc Siege. That's why it's the Siege Swarm. We see Abzan and Sultai fighting each other, white versus green, because they agree on white versus blue. They agree on black and green, but they don't like, is it white or is it blue? We have both of these options, Sultai or Abzan. Both of them are really good. At the beginning of your, as this enchantment enters, choose Sultai or Abzan. Whenever you counter is put on a creature you control, draw a card. It only triggers once each turn. However, it will trigger each turn, my opponent's and mine. Whenever you attack, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains menace until the end of turn. Very, very cool. So I generally want Sultai, because if you combine this card with Twitching Doll or Warden of the Grove, or any of these other ones that put 1/1 counters on things that they kind of rely on, we will actually be drawing cards repeatedly. There's a really good synergy with Twitching Doll and Hollow Merc Siege, where you're basically drawing a card every turn. You get 2 of these. You can use that mana ability to put a nest counter on your opponent's turn and draw a card on your opponent's turn, draw an extra card on your turn, and really get card superiority out of it. Then, of course, you attack, you put a 1/1 counter, you get that menace. That actually synchronizes. If you get both of these out, you get 2 of them out, you actually get the full combo. So that's super cool. Spinner of Souls. This is going to keep a steady flow of creatures going into your hand. 1 green, 2, 4/3 reach, Spirit, Spider, Spirit. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, reveal cards from the top of your library to reveal a creature card. Put that card in your hand and the rest of your bottom library in any order. So if they kill anything, and people love killing stuff nowadays, you basically get a new card to replace it with. That is extremely useful. I cannot tell you how useful it is that if they're killing any of your Bloodflies or you're sacrificing, you basically just get a free card to do it with. A 4/3 with reach for 3 is already good, but a one that constantly gives you more cards and refreshes your hand every single time that you do lose somebody is amazing. So we want to keep that in there. We're also going to go with Warden of the Grove. I know he's not an insect, but he is a Hydra and he is awesome as shit. 1 green and 2/2 at the beginning of your end step. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Again, synchronizes very nicely with Hollow Merc Siege. There you go, especially the Abzan version. Whenever a non-token creature enters your control, it endures X, where X is the number of counters. So as he gets bigger, he makes everyone else bigger. And again, whenever a non-token creature enters, they can have a 1/1 counter on them when they come in through Endure. That means that would trigger Hollow Merc Siege. So you can set yourself up that whenever you tap Twitching Doll, you draw a card, or whenever you play a creature, you draw a card. You're going to get a lot of card superiority. Whenever a creature dies with Spinner of Souls out, you're going to draw a card. Yeah, you're starting to see the flexibility here. We're going to finish off with the Swarm Weaver. The Swarm Weaver. 1 green and black and 2/3. Whenever the Swarm Weaver enters, create 2 1/1 black and green insect tokens with flying. Amazing. Creating a 2/3 with 2 1/1 flyings on it is insane value, especially for people that are running just singular removal. It's hard to get around all that many creatures. The Delirium right there, as long as you have 4 more creature types in your graveyard, insects and spiders you control get +1 and +1 and have death touch. Amazing stuff. We have insects, we have spiders. They're all going to get pumped, and they're all going to get death touch on top of that as well. Really, really, really powerful. You play Swarm Weaver into cracking open like a Twitching Doll or a Brood Spinner, and things go bad to worse. You have a huge swarm in the sky that is going to hurt people when it goes in. Throw in 1 Cease and Desist on there. I do like Cease for exile a creature card, 2 cards from a graveyard. We do that for Omniscience. We gain 2 life and draw a card, very useful. Or we desist, and we, of course, destroy all artifacts and enchantments, which is a nice one, too. So I threw that in for funsies. You could, of course, do the other exile if you didn't want to do Cease and Desist. I kind of like the card draw on that because that's what we're focusing on. But if you wanted to do that new one and throw it in the sideboard there, I'm not mad at you. What's that one called? Oh man, I cannot remember what he's called. It exiles somebody's graveyard. There we go. Strategic Betrayal. Yeah, Strategic Betrayal is not a bad idea either. So we look at the stats on this one. 25 creatures, 12 spiders, 7 insects, so that's 19 spiders and insects, 8 instants, 2 sorcery, 12 artifacts. Surprising amount of artifacts, which, believe it or not, makes it very useful because mono black can't use Go for the Throat, which is nice. 4 enchantments, 24 lands, and a 2.6. We don't need that white. Ignore that. It's really not there. We're just doing Golgari. A little bit more green than black. You could pitch it that way. I have one more forest on there. As far as the lands go, I have one more forest on there than I do black. Blooming Marsh, Llanowar Wastes. I'm going to throw a Restless Cottage in for fun, and of course 2 Wastewood Verges for a little bit more flexibility. The sideboard I already kind of talked about. Bilious Skulldweller, you could of course slide more of those in if you need to. Moltender's not a bad one either from Aether Cars. That's not the worst thing. That does eat stuff out of your graveyard, but it helps you mill, which can get you the Delirium a little quicker too. And it's also an insect. Anoint, another Nowhere to Run in case you have big issues with Sheltered by Ghosts. That's kind of the answer to that. Strategic Betrayal, we talked about. Dredger's Insight's not terrible. We don't really have a lot of return from the graveyard, but it does fit kind of thematically. And of course, if you want, you can throw a Skyfisher Spider in there. That's another way of destroying. He's another great 4-drop that'll destroy a permanent. And then, of course, if your graveyard is really filled up, if it dies, you get 1 life for creature, you exile it, and then you do all that. So Crazy Crab Spider is not a bad way to hit removal as well, in case you want to. We had a great time with this. Again, we were beating meta decks left and right. And we were having long, drawn-out games and really grinding people down. Again, more of a siege tactic on this one. That's why it's the Swarm Siege. Really great tech for insects, modified by some good Tarkir stuff. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Let's get into the game, guys. Standard ranked. Here we go. Into Diamond. We're on that mythic run. Let's go. Oh, bonus game, guys. Have you tried the new 3/1 red mana dork that can sacrifice to deal 6 damage to a flyer? I have never even heard of that. Kevin Ivory. Not one time in my life have I heard of that. Not once in my life have I even remotely knew that card was an option for any purpose. Do that. All right, let's do Hollow Mark. Let's do whenever you're tapped and attacking, pump. Okay. He's gonna put down an enchantment, I'm sure of it. Brisk's Verge. Boom. 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 Got to kill both of them to not have the trigger go off. White. Don't get lost. Nice. Put down bloat flies. Spinner of Souls goes in. Pop. Auto pay. Get to draw another creature off the top. Reveal. Boom. It's another Spinner of Souls. Very nice. That goes into the boo-boo hole. He's not going to be happy about that. He's going to play Elspeth. Great White Soldier tokens. Okay. We're going to play this. This. And this. Go in on her. Boom. He's got to double block me. Drew a card. Boom. Very nice. Could have a sweeper. Yeah, as expected. I do get to draw a million fucking cards, which is, you know, good. Take action. Take action. Take action. Take action. Wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna do that. This. Create a white soldier token. That Elspeth is going to be an issue. We have more Haywire Mites. He's never going to get this off. Carrot Cake. I think we can probably outswarm him here. Sunset Striker or whatever. Oh, I didn't see it. I did not see it. Block. Block. Boom. Let's do Swarm Weaver. Create a white spirit token. Do that. Boom. Create a white spirit token. Let's do this. Draw a card. Oof. Crack that open. Boom. Fills my hand. Boom, that goes in the boo-boo hole. Pump. Alright. That pinged me for 1. I gotta get more stuff in the graveyard here. So I'm gonna pump that up. I think he's starting to see what's going on here. 1/1 counter. He should swing in. It's high noon. You should swing in, bro. Alright, I got something for you, silly guy. I got something for you, man. Create a 3/3 spirit token. You crack that open. You don't need that, bro. You don't need that, bruv. Boom. Boom. Okay. What we're gonna say? Reflection. And we'll break down the spider. Swarm Weaver again. We have another Warden of the Grove in there, so let's make him earn it. Let's make him fucking earn it. Hey, what's up, 8 in the morning? How you doing? He could have another sweeper, but goddamn, if he has a sweeper, man, you know. Authority of the consoles. Authority does solo. Don't get it twisted. Authority will solo the shit out of you. Authority will fucking solo the shit out of you. So what do we have in the graveyard? We need something else. We have artifacts, creatures. Okay. Authority will solo. Boom. Bloomberg. Let's go ahead and hollow murk it up. Creature gets menace. Let's go ahead and do this. Phyrexian insect. I don't think we need that. Whoop. Get to draw a card. It's a land. I'm gonna push in. 1/1 you. 1/1 you. Got something for me here. Soul Partition. Very nice. I knew he had something for me. I knew he had something for me. He thinks that this Elspeth is going to save him. He could run board wipes, but I replenish so many cards into my hand that it's going to be very tricky for him to even do that. Take action. We're going to put down a Westwood Verge. We'll say end turn. We have to discard a card, which we're going to do Bloomin' Onion and Witchendall. That pops that. No, he's done. He's cooked. He's cooked. Destroy creature. No, sir. He's cooked, I believe. Cooked. Cooked. Nice. Listen, it grinds you. That's why it's a siege deck, guys. It'll fucking grind you, man. It'll feed you to the grind worm. For sure. Alright, guys. That's going to be it. You got a little bonus game out of me. Got a little bonus game action. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to like everything. Do all that good stuff. Turn the notifications on. All that good shit. And we're going to send you off on your way to probably to Nib City. We're probably going to send you off to Nib City. Nib City, USA. Nib City, USA. Thank you for following Rishadan. Welcome to the show. You're coming in right at the end. I hope you like that. I hope you like that game. And I hope you go to the YouTube video tomorrow. Please go to YouTube tomorrow. That's where I want you, man. I really want you on YouTube. Check that out. All that good stuff is going to be right there. We'll see you in Dragonland next time, guys. It's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand. Let's all go to Dragonland. Check out the YouTube. It's all right there. Good night, villains.